Hey there, carrying on talking about my favorite book, The Snow Leopard by Peter Matthiessen. It's been a few days since I last posted, and in that time, our little expedition here has turned northward. They're crossing into the inner Himalayas, headed toward the Tibetan Plateau, and they've encountered snow, ice, bitter cold now, regularly above 12,000 feet. But I want to go back to the October 9th entry and something that Matthiessen wrote about there. He writes, all phenomena are processes, connections. All is in flux, and at moments this flux is actually visible. One has only to open the mind in meditation, or have the mind screens knocked awry by drugs or dreams, to see that there is no real edge to anything. That in the endless interpenetration of the universe, a molecular flow, a cosmic energy shimmers in all stone and steel as well as flesh. So this idea of everything in kind of a flux and a flow is very appealing to me. And it reminds me a lot of verse 16 of the Tao Te Ching, which writes about finding a place of stillness, being able to observe everything sort of coming up out of this flux, blooming for a while, and then falling back. And you see this throughout Eastern philosophy. In the Yoga Sutras, it's the mind itself that's in flux. In Buddhism, there's the concept of impermanence. And Matthiessen notices that in the Buddhist Sherpas that are on this trip, they have this sort of a radical acceptance, this ability to kind of go with the flow, to be in the moment, to just accept whatever comes their way as it is. The antithesis to that, though, is GS, the other Westerner on the trip, the field biologist, sort of the reason for this whole trip is happening. He's constantly chastising the porters, constantly getting after them, constantly worrying about time being wasted, constantly, not fretting about not being able to stick to the schedule that he's imposed on himself. And Matthiessen himself, as they get higher and higher, as the trip goes on, he starts to find a balance. He starts to find himself being able to be much more like the Sherpas. He writes on October 14th, this wayfaring and shifting sun in snow and cloud worlds, so close to the weather, makes me happy. I would like to reach the Crystal Monastery. I would like to see a snow leopard. But if I do not, that is all right too. In this moment, there are birds. And he goes on to list all the birds that he sees there that are there in that present moment. As you can see, this is really appealing to me. In my own life, I've been through massive changes in the last 5 years. And I really find this concept appealing, this idea that if you can find a place of stillness and quiet within yourself and just observe and watch things emerge out of the flux and flow, let them abide for a moment and then watch them fall away, you can find some kind of place of rest.